can't do what I want to do, and what am I looking for right now? Okay.
And LaShawn the Luminous Mystic is talking to you live from her own mind. Welcome, everybody! Woo! All right. I'm excited.
I am too.
I probably have this microphone on, which is way too loud for all of you, and I apologize for just screaming in all of your ears. Welcome to Paranormal Road Trip, where we talk about all sorts of things paranormal.
Yep.
With that being said, today's show is going to be a continuation of last week's show, right? So we talked about haunted items.
Yeah.
The mirror that's still in my house. People in my house are urging me to get rid of the mirror.
Okay, so yeah, you wasn't supposed to take it in the first place. However, now that it's there,
It's okay.
no,
the
you were
owner
not
of the
supposed
mirror-
to. No, yeah.
Oh, I
Well,
was
yeah.
told I should not
You
be
was
bringing that
told
home.
not to bring that
Yeah,
mirror
I don't
home, but
listen.
you did. I
Yeah,
know,
I
yeah,
don't
that's
listen.
obvious.
No.
However, how has it been?
Fine. Well, because we cleansed that mirror. That mirror's been cleansed. Then I took it home. I left it outside. I brought it in. It still has rose quartz and selenite and aqua aura quartz on it, an Archangel Michael pendant on it. So it's been sitting for an entire moon cycle as well, charging.
Okay,
But I still think that I'm going to make it a scrying mirror
okay, that's gonna be really interesting.
because the energy is strong in it.
Yeah.
And yet we've cleared out anything that might not have been for the highest and best
Mhm.
of that mirror. And now I want to see what happens when we make it a scrying mirror.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
debating.
then that kind of goes into what we're talking about today.
Yep.
What items that are haunted or not haunted, and I think I raised the question the last time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, once you cleanse and clear it, is there a possibility for it to be able to come back, or if not, something else? You know, so that's going to be interesting. But when I hear you say you got the selenite on it, you got the, you know, Archangel Michael pendant on it, and all these other things in my mind, and so I feel like it's going to be fine because you have those items laying on it
Well, I'm taking
and
those
or around it.
precautions.
Right. But once you let go of those items and give it over time, is that what happens? You know, that's
That's
one
the
thing.
question.
And then when you talk about scrying,
Yeah, and I'm deciding if I'm going to scry in the mirror itself or am I going to paint the mirror black
okay,
and do the old-fashioned scrying in that black, like metallic reflective surface.
right. So either way it goes,
We're
you
still
know,
using it.
right.
And scrying can be both positive or people can scry negative. People can scry in that darker side of it and people can scry in that positive side of it. So
Okay, but I don't know a lot about scrying. Let me put that out there right off the bat.
Mhm.
But I am a firm believer, as you guys know, that where there is good, there is bad as well.
what's anything we
So-
do?
Right.
You know?
But then it's not always, I feel that sometimes things come in even when that is not our intention for it to come in. You
Correct.
understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, what's gonna happen? I think this is gonna be interesting. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen.
We'll be taking it on another
Yeah,
overnight experience we have. That mirror's going to come along.
what overnight experience? The one next
that
week?
we're going to book. No.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, I don't know. Because we already know that mirrors have certain things, have a certain reputation, right? They say that demonic stuff can come through the mirrors. That's what they're for. That's why you're not supposed to have a mirror in your room or facing your bed and things like that, right?
Well, but also mirrors. So, did some research for you all.
Oh, shut the front door.
Mirrors can be used to amplify energy, deflect negative energies, and create light. So they use mirrors in feng shui,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's simulating positive energy, increasing the flow,
Mhm.
create light. It'll make rooms look bigger,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it's got all this positive energy in it. It can improve the flow of energy in dark, narrow spaces, which is why you'll see artists or architects use that as well. And it will also, it can create imbalances by deflecting or dissolving negative energies. But at the same time, mirrors symbolize spiritual and psychological depth, right? To disclose who we are. which would be interesting when we pull stuff out of this bag, why I was drawn to a particular item. So if you think about a mirror, you're truly embodying your energy in that mirror, in that space. The times that you dislike yourself, times that you're upset, times that you're working through emotions, times where you are feeling you and you are all into it. Mirrors have such a deep connection on all levels.
No, I agree. I agree with you 1000%. But you know me, I'm always playing devil's advocate, bringing out that other side because there is a lot to it. You know, you have the old folk tales, if you will, of, you know, when you look in the mirror and say a certain name, which to this day I'm 50 years old and I still will not say it.
Oh,
You said it?
hell no. There's certain
Isn't
things.
that crazy? Like, that's a whole nother show. We have to talk about this.
It's got to go in our box.
We're gonna have to put that in. For those who don't know, we actually have a jar full of topics to talk about that you guys have sent in to us. We just did a show that'll be coming out next week in regards to a very good topic.
Yes.
We talked a lot of shit.
We didn't. We just expressed some of our own views on this particular topic.
Okay, she say express views, I say talk shit. Okay, so now
talk shit. It's love
with
and
that
light.
being said,
Love and light.
Bring put it in the comments, send us messages, let us know what topics you want to talk about. We're about anything that's paranormal, so let's go. That's gonna be next week that we have, but that's definitely something we need to put in there for next week for sure.
Are those new words?
Whole leather ran. I don't know because I haven't checked this since the first one.
What's interesting to see if we have anything with leather in our bags.
I'm pretty sure I don't have anything. Okay.
Leather type. We got our equipment out, you guys. Keep an eye on that.
Okay, so we got to explain what is in these bags or how did we get
We're going to unveil them and explain what it is. I'm making some room.
So last week, on our show, we talked about haunted items. How do they get haunted? If you cleanse them, can it get back haunted? Like the whole shebang. So what we decided to do was go antiquing to a antique store. We only did one this time. And it was quite do you have videos and pictures and stuff to put up this time?
I just have our fun videos. I just figured we had so much to talk about. I wasn't going to add the videos in.
Okay. Well, we're going to talk about some of our experiences that we had there because we definitely had experiences when we were there. And we're going to talk about some of the items that we got and why we chose these items. Now, you have a bag full of stuff of items that you personally chose, and then I have a bag of items of stuff that I personally chose. So what is the reason why you chose your items? Is it because you felt something? Like, what happened?
Yeah. We knew we were in search of items.
Right.
And we walked in. You were immediately drawn in one section.
Yes.
We started talking, and the equipment started going off in that section. So you knew you wanted to go back into that place.
Yes.
But for me, it's psychometry. I want to feel it. I want to touch it. I want to understand it. I want to be, embodied in that energy. There are some things that I picked up.
Okay.
And it was like this. Nope.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's not something that is cohesive to my energy. And yet I don't want it to be completely a match for me because that just means that it's good. Right?
Okay. Got you.
There was just that one corner shop with the old doctor's tools.
Yeah, that was interesting.
He had the most eclectic stuff in that shop, and it just kept drawing me in and drawing me into a different section and drawing me over to this particular item, and like it was crazy. I'm not gonna lie. The old medical tools. I am so happy for medicine and where it's at now.
I can't believe you touched that stuff. I don't give a damn if it was cleaned or not. Like, there was a whole anal expander in there.
It's kind of like where you would almost, what was metal? And yeah, but
no,
it just,
it's not.
I don't know
if
you were a doctor from the 1920s, will you let me know?
I would never touch it.
Yeah.
And I didn't touch it. But it was interesting because the first spot that I was drawn to, we actually had the K2 meters to go off.
This one, right? So it's beeping at us. It's
It's
lighting up.
beeping, it's lighting up. It's been, throughout the store, it was sounding off, which is why I like this one, this K2 right here, is because it does have sound on it. But not only that, it's green. So when if the EMFs is too high, it turns red, which is not this is on. Yeah, I don't know.
See how well that's working for the
You got
example?
service on there? No, I'm just playing.
I paid my bill.
It ain't working. I don't know. But this is my favorite K2. We do have the other K2 as well. So as y'all know, we have a ton of equipment. We got SLS cameras, so we have more than one. Today we got 2 different K2 meters. We have cat balls all over the place. We have the Ovilus, which we could do the true and false as well on there now. Yeah, and then we also have a music box here, but then we also have one in my hallway that we are known to, where it's known that spirits kind of hang out. It's kind of like I have a portal in my home, and Jamie found that like years ago, and we found it to be absolutely 1000% true. So, but I'm ready to get into these items because I have not touched these items since the day that we bought them. I would not bring them into my house.
No, she wouldn't.
I would
She's
not.
making me take them back. So we're
Yes.
going to actually be using these items as trigger objects for future investigations. So we're actually going to be amassing things to use. So this will not be our first and only trip to an antique store by any means. That was LaShawn. She just set off the music box. It's actually pointed at her door. So
No, I'm gonna tell y'all why I'm running. Because I gotta take that music box off the hallway when my husband comes in. And that's the honest to God truth, y'all. He into it, but not into his house.
no, I get it.
Yeah, so that part, he's cool with all this out here, but I don't want to get in trouble tonight. So
I'm like, I gotta go. Bye.
okay, so yeah, ooh.
You haven't touched these since
I
we went
have not
shopping.
touched them.
I haven't touched them. I just had them in my car in my little rolling bag that we use for paranormal work.
I actually have a headache that's here now that I didn't have before.
Oh,
but
I have the one object from the place that we heard the thing that we can talk about when that object comes out.
Okay.
We had like actual physical psychic senses going off like crazy in this place multiple times. So we'll talk about those as we go through these objects. All right.
Should we probably should introduce ourselves to our new audiences, right?
Well, I said my name.
Okay, well, I'm
don't know.
LaShawn.
I'm Jamie.
We're both intuitive mediums, psychic mediums, Reiki masters. I'm a certified shaman, a very strong physical empath, amongst other things. And that all comes to play. Like, literally, right now, I'm not even fucking joking with you. I am so fucking hot. My face feels flushed.
I am itching all along the back of my neck, and I'm breaking out in a rash, which is weird because there's no reason for me to be doing that.
And this did not happen until we brought these items out. And I'm not even joking. Like, I feel like I'm about to spontaneously combust. Okay. Woo! Okay. I'm just saying. Listen, my reason for picking these items, or what my process was the feel. And there's one specific item particularly that I saw it and we walked around. When I tell you this store is huge, it is a warehouse. Huge. I am literally sweating right now, Jamie. This is not okay. I'm just saying.
But we were also sweating in that place as well.
Yeah, but it was hot as hell in there. We're talking
if
62 fucking degrees up in here.
Residual energy, 62 to the point, in these energies, in this object.
Look, my skin is clammy. I look like I got
She's
glitter on
glistening.
too.
It's like she's the vampire in Twilight.
Okay, I like this makes
You better just get this item off the table then.
No, it has to get out the house.
We'll just put it outside your door.
Well, now?
We'll show everyone.
Okay, let's go.
You go with that.
Well, because I don't know what if it's what we think. Jesus, take the wheel. Okay.
She'll be fine. It's fine. Don't worry.
Okay.
It's good.
So I went by feel. There was an item that I went in that I saw first, but I wanted to make sure that there wasn't anything else that was gonna kind of match that energy. And so that's one of the items that I picked in here, which we bring her out first.
Bring her out first.
Okay. So
We're gonna need a name for her, you guys. So help us out.
we walked into this room. Okay.
Which is like the fourth little.
Yeah,
Spot.
like cubby hole or whatever they call it, because they're
Yeah.
almost like cubicles.
They rent out sections throughout this big warehouse, and then they put their own things that they want to sell.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we went into that room. The K2s were going off. We talked about a doll, getting a haunted doll off of eBay anyway, right? And so I figured that this is what we're gonna do. Is that thing talking? Because it didn't talk the first show at all.
Sam, Length, Chief, Fuzzy, Trade, For Me, Astral. This thing's going crazy.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Preacher,
Holy
Priest, Root, Move.
Okay.
This thing has not gone off like
It
this in a
has
while.
not. We've been sitting
Bend.
here.
You guys can watch as we go here. Bend, Aggression, Worry, Soul, Eerie.
Nope. Nope. I'm sorry. Listen.
Chest, boy, Eerie, boy, and chest. Right here.
I'm telling y'all, we just did a whole over an hour show and did not once I not once heard it.
No.
Not
at
once
the
has
very
it gone
beginning, and
off.
that's it. I'm hot too, like flushed.
We already talked about our symptoms that we're experiencing since putting these bad boys in. Like, I'm done already. Like, okay, here's the thing. We are paranormal investigators, professional paranormal investigators. That is very true.
You wouldn't know it by her reaction right now.
Yeah, but you know, this is all human. This is 100 real as to what we do and what we go through and stuff like that. This is my home. And as you guys know, I don't bring out the equipment into my home. I have enough spirits. And if you could go onto our Facebook page at Paranormal Road Trip, Paranormal Road Trip, and can see some of the pictures from my home that were spirits and stuff. There's a lot of stuff that happens here, okay?
Yep.
Um,
She does give you the. I've never touched her. But it's not setting.
But
that
it's
off.
not setting it off. So what about the other one?
The other.
It's
too.
so weird. But let's
Interrupt-
keep in mind, it doesn't
interrupt,
have to.
Scared and judge.
It says what?
Interrupt, scared, and judge.
And here we are. Come on now.
I think it's her.
I'm telling you.
I have like a pit in my stomach.
I'm telling you. When I went back and they had to open the cabinet for me, right? I touched that doll and the K2 went off immediately. And I was like, yep, she's the one. So, I don't know. Can I get a good picture?
Remember,
let's get it.
give Hayes. So you're describing.
So here she this is a music box. She do look. Here she is, y'all. Oh, look at the hair.
Give period 11.
What do y'all think about her? This is no disrespect, ma'am. Okay. Like I'm literally tingling right now.
She has a funky energy. But when you touched her, when we went back at the end,
Yes.
you asked the gentleman to open the case. You went to touch her to get her down, and your K2 was
Went
going
off.
And
Mhm.
you wanted to get the other one out.
Oh, I forgot about her.
That's the one you wanted to get, but you could not let this one go.
That is true. So here's the other one. I liked her because she looks more Native American, shamanic. And
She's got the feathers.
She has the feathers. She has and see, those are real feathers too.
Mm-hmm.
That's real feathers.
This is handmade for sure. The grass skirt.
Yeah. So I got her. Yeah, and she batted her one eye at me when she did it. But I liked everything about her, not just by the fact that she was, a black doll like me, but just everything about her I liked. I didn't feel right off the bat that it was anything negative with her. That one was a totally different story as we have been experiencing thus far.
It just gives you the willies every time you
I'm
picked it up.
telling you.
None of this has been cleansed.
So she can stay here with me.
Okay.
That one goes home with you. Sorry. I can't. So yeah, so that one has been creepy from day one. K2s have gone off around her since day one. I do like this one a lot. I'll let you guys see this one.
Haunting black process remove.
Are you serious right now?
Haunting black process remove.
What does that mean?
Where you're talking about
About
that
the black doll.
But then the haunting of this one and removing it. Score.
Here, hand me her. Ah! Icky. Yeah, would y'all take these babies home with y'all?
Apparently doing it, yeah.
Yeah, you are. Absolutely. What does it say? Are you kidding me?
Drunk monument hand wrench. You know what? Where we got some of these, there was all those tools as well. Like farm tools and old tools. Fresh history. This thing does not go off like this on a regular basis. Again, you guys, obulus.
Okay, can I just say something?
You can say something.
I am not comfortable right now. Like I swear.
Do you want to put her outside?
Everything. I don't even want to go to the door. That's weird because that doesn't happen in my house.
No, so we could put her outside.
Okay. Damn it!
Take her for a little journey outside. She can just sit out there and wait.
Is that Tommy? Oh shit! This ain't gonna go over very well. Hold on, wait a minute. I want to go over here.
You gotta go get your music box.
Oh, it ain't. Okay.
History dress.
Okay, we just got to get through it. We have to keep her.
History dress.
This shit don't lie though. Okay, come on. Let's.
So you got your two dolls. Okay.
Oh,
Let's pull one of these out. So in that little corner shop, right? I found
a money frog.
A money frog. But they had it mislabeled. I walked over to LaShawn, I go, this is a money frog, right? So they had two of these. You've got one somewhere in there as well. It's wooden. It looks like it's lacquered with like a red lacquer on it, but it's a beautiful hand-carved money frog. This is something that we felt positive energy from. That we wanted to bring into our spaces, cleanse. Does it say that?
It says something monster. Yeah. SM monster.
They thought these were monsters.
JM monster.
So
let's look that up.
They were no, it's small. SM, small monster, and then this was a monster as well. So they thought that these
I didn't know
money frogs were monsters. That's why I said to you, this is a money frog, right? This is because they've labeled it wrong. So,
this is definitely what a money frog looked like. She has the money around him. For those who don't know, I also have a crystal shop. And money frogs are something that I've gotten a lot of lately that people are interested in. He has a coin in his mouth. So that means he's able to be inside the house, facing inside the house. Because he has the money, now he's going to keep it. So, but what I also learned over the weekend is that because somebody said, well, can you play the back? So they're like right here where the coins are, they have these ridges on, some of them have the ridges on the back where you can actually play it. Okay. This is not one of those though. But I don't feel anything really different than I did that day.
No, very just kind of.
Yeah, it's
neutral.
Just there.
Yeah, it's a neutral item, right?
Did you show the people?
You want to get a closer view? Yep. So we each took a money frog.
Money frogs. He's a little bit. Oh, yours don't have a coin.
He doesn't have a 20.
So yours needs to face outside the door because he needs to grab the money to bring it in.
So facing outside the door meaning
Meaning,
put him outside?
no, you could face him like this way. So like he's on the table, he's facing the door.
I got it.
So like my money frog, how that is facing outside. Yeah.
Got it. That's how my other one
I have
is.
a 9-pound, almost a 10-pound money frog on my front door. So yeah, no, he feels okay to me. It's that fucking dog, man.
So, and dress arms none. Interesting.
Let's talk about remember the nun?
Oh yeah, the nun doll. That was weird.
We walked into a specific section, and my ears just started pulsating real hard. It was something that I've never experienced before. You know, ear ringing, a little flutter and stuff like that. I know what those signs are for me, but this was like a pulsating. And then I walked away because I'm always testing. Is it where I'm at? Why did it just happen just now? Walk back, fine. Walk back in that same space. It's happened again. Jamie looked down and there was a nun.
Yeah, a nun doll.
A nun.
In a box. That was interesting.
A nun.
This here vase.
Tap, you guys. Tap the screens. Tap my own fucking screen.
Tap your screen. Tap it up. Tap, like, and share. Let's go. We're talking about our antique items. We do believe that one of them so far on this table is absolutely active, haunted, maybe, because of the way that we were acting physically when we touch it and the ovulus. That was weird.
That was so weird.
How completely in sync and in tune the words coming up on the ovulus were.
I'm actually even calming down, but yet the ovulus isn't saying much now either.
So this particular vase, this was an interesting spot. We both walked into this little alcove again because, again, people can sell their own stuff through the antique shop. And LaShawn is standing towards the front and I'm kind of in the middle. And all of a sudden, I thought she whispered.
Right. I didn't know that that's what you thought. But when I walked in, I turned around, I said, did you hear that? We kind of said that at the same time. And I said, okay, you guys. I said, Jamie, on the count of 3, I'm going to do the fingers. When I hit that third one, you're going to say what you heard, whether it was male or female. And I did this. Female. We said it at the exact same time.
We heard it out of the same ears. The
same
right ears,
ear, yep.
And it was this low whisper.
I heard, hey.
And I think that for me, it was 2 syllables, so like a hey there, something. Because I thought LaShawn was standing there like, hey there, like looking at something like she liked it. Like, hey, look, this is cool. And that's when I looked at her and I'm like, did you say something? And she goes, no. And so, did you hear that? And I said, yes. So we actually had an audible, clairaudient voice in between us in that particular space. And there were some pictures in there. Like
I actually have a picture of that on my phone, but I can't get to it because we're on TikTok over there. But when I looked at that picture last night, and when I looked at that picture, for me, it kind of matched the voice that we heard. Because the voice was feminine, right? It was very feminine. It was soft. When I say soft, meaning soft in like texture, meaning she has a dainty voice. But it was loud enough. It wasn't a whisper. It was more like a hey.
Like a gravelly woman's voice, maybe a smoker, something like that. Lower female voice. Yeah.
That was an amazing experience.
So I wanted to get something from that particular shop. So I got this blue vase, which I'll put out in the house and see if I get anything off of that.
You think it's a vase? I thought it was a cup to drink out of.
It's a vase. Okay, what kind of narrow cup?
I don't know.
I'm just spill it all over me. So that one actually was in a space where we heard something, which was cool, which was really, really cool. And then, my last big object, I have wanted a mirror, hand mirror, antique hand mirror. And this was kind of a fluke. We were walking just past the sections. We literally just allowed ourselves to flow into what felt natural to be in. And this was laying down on a shelf. Look, you guys are looking at yourselves. Isn't that fun? It's just an old-fashioned wooden, plain wooden, nothing fancy about it. The glass is, I'm going to assume, lead. It has the yellow tint to it. So actually, when you look in it, you look really good, like a little tan going on. It's beveled over here. It does have scratches on it, but this is going to absolutely be a trigger object for when we are in locations that are active with maybe a female spirit energy that would be from this time frame. You don't see a lot of these anymore out there, and it's kind of hard to find them in antique shops. So I absolutely had to get this one because, like we were talking about, mirrors can signify so many things. And if you think about back in the days when they would use these, right?
Yeah. Everybody had, all the women. In my mind, every little girl and every woman had it because they all had vanities as well.
Vanities,
the paddle brushes.
The brushes, exactly.
Yep.
And this was used. I mean, you can tell like some of the wood is kind of faded on here as well. I think there was probably something on the outside. So this is going to hold quite a bit of energy. Definitely not something that I'm going to want to clear by any means. I want to see what this has to bring when we bring it to different locations. And honestly, I think these two probably go together very well.
Yeah, add her to your thing too. I just lifted the...
No, she's not having it. But I think time frame wise, these two probably were in about the same time frame. So these are going to be some of the trigger objects.
Okay, lift her back of her hair up.
This one?
Yes.
What about
it? It smells to me.
Well,
a smell came out that
it's an antique doll with this gummy bear necklace on. But the feathers are real. They made a real shawl with feathers, which I find very interesting. Okay, she's over there. So those are the objects that we found, right? We could have probably been in there for hours.
Yeah.
The thing that was almost more intriguing than the objects themselves were in a particular section, there were letters, okay? You can't get...
Hey, Martha.
Any more personal when it comes down to objects that would hold energy than handwritten letters. We have not read them.
We have not read them. I thought it was interesting because one of the first things that came out of my mouth is why...
Month, palace, guess.
Is why would you want to sell a letter? What is in these letters? But in the one box, there was a picture, which I did take a picture of. So we probably should post those some kind of way.
I can add them in.
Okay. Where there was someone who was in the armed forces. Okay. And so these were letters to his wife. So there was two boxes. It was that, and then what was the other box? So
the girl.
Yeah, who was she though? We got the information on that too on my phone.
Yeah. But so this was to Miss Carol Ball, okay, from Springfield, Illinois.
Okay, so Carol Ball. So that was the box. Okay, you want to go with that?
Let's go with that one first. So it says Wednesday a.m., right? The handwriting actually looks like my grandmother's handwriting, which is very interesting. Baby list and beer. Interesting. Pounds. It says, Dear Carol, wow, 1 week, busy. Busy you. Looks like we'll have to call you pretty soon to find out all the things we want to know about you and life at May Duff's. Guess it must be a pleasant enough and busy since no news. Boy, she kind of guilt trips Carol like my grandmother would as well. Well, I guess since you haven't contacted us, it means you're busy and you got things going on. Totally. I have lots to do. I find it hard to push. This morning, I'm off to try tennis. Oh, good for you. I guess she hasn't been somewhere in over 6 weeks, but she's been to a meeting. I see if we can organize PPLC. That's interesting. I'll have to look up what PPLC is. Yesterday, we had kitchen, living room, and hall carpets cleaned. Well, it sounds like stuff my mom would write. right? It's just that generic, not generic, but like this, that personal letter. Some improvement, especially at the kitchen. Friday, we have a book review dinner meeting here. So, like book club. How cool is that? So, hope for no one spills. It is my mom. Just had the carpets
It is
clean.
your mom.
No one spill when you come to the book dinner club. How about a letter? So she would like Carol to write a letter, and it says, "Lots of love, Mom." And the date on this is September 22nd, 1971.
71.
Yeah.
That's great. That's what I was just looking. And not to mention on that one that, okay, it's 8 cents for a damn stamp. Can you believe that? This one was only 6 cents. But I can't tell what the date is on it.
Oh boy. She keeps smiling. She has a keep smiling on her letter, right? These are personalized letters.
We have full addresses too.
I know. We could do some research on those.
Oh,
They used to have, hold on, like this one has where they put the Mrs. Frank R. Ball from Preston Avenue in Connecticut.
Yeah. Same one.
That's what you got there.
Yeah.
This is for Carol?
Yeah, this one is for Carol. But I like that it's on short paper.
For sure.
And I like how big the writing is.
No, I do too.
But this, I feel like, well, because of the box, she probably wrote Carol a whole lot. I wonder what happened to Carol and where was she? I need my phone.
We're going to be
So we
doing
can
some
see-
research on that, you guys.
Because I'm curious. Why so many letters? How old was Carol around this time?
And we can, oh my God, they go to Bridge Club. Dear Carol, sunny warm days are here again. Sure hope you're enjoying them also. I've started your maroon jumper, but since there's no hurry for it, with these warm days, I'll wait and get to you when it gets cool again.
Mr. Maroon Jumpers.
Maroon jumper, yeah. I'm just back from Bridge Club at Cook's house. I didn't do as badly as I thought I would, but it was fun to see everyone anyway. October is her turn. Dad is busy working away at the lawn, and I've been doing what I can for the greenhouse, but still have lots to do. I just found out that the Yankee Peddler Fair is next week, so would like to give you some plants. Now, forever I find I'm running out of pots when I give away so many plants. She's interested to know how her studies are. I think Glenn's finding the algebra very hard. Do you find you have to spend longer time on your work this year? So she's going to school. Are you doing all right? I have the chills. And on Latin, so she's taking Latin. That's pretty cool. Like this is like a mom writing to, maybe she's in college. We'll start trying to figure this out. Like the energy in this is so high vibrational. It's so full of love. These are the things that you want to, cherish and treasure. And yet sometimes maybe they got rid of these letters because it is very painful. And they don't have any means to hold on to them.
Why give them to people like us though? Like for real though.
She's going to a shower. She still has to buy a gift. She'll probably do it tomorrow.
So the home is no longer there? That's a street view. Hold on, let's go to Zillow. Yeah, I'm on here, y'all. The house is gone. Right? It's just a space.
That's interesting.
But yet, I would assume that it was a 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom, 2,964
square feet. It's a squeak. Something new. Just a squeak.
What?
She hopes she'll hear from her real soon. What has happened to your letter writing? It is my mom. My God. She's over here guilt tripping her daughter. What has happened to your letter writing? Remember, these are 1970s, right? We didn't have phones and text messages and all that other stuff.
That was in 7.
I miss your notes. Perhaps you will phone soon again. Must be off. Hope all is fine. Lots of love, Mom. And then she has to keep smiling on here.
Maybe this is it. This house was built in 1952.
Oh yeah, 525 Preston.
Yeah. 4 bedrooms. The other one had 4 bedrooms. I think, and this one 2.5 baths.
When was it was year built 1952, which makes sense. These letters came in 1970. Last sold in 2014, so you're going to assume the family. Maybe this is when they started going through all the stuff and selling it
Yeah.
because they sold the house in 2014, right?
Yep, that's got to be the house because it's everywhere. Okay.
Carol was back to
2014.
visit the family. A beautiful day yesterday. Hope she got out a month. Got out enough. She didn't get a chance to get her flowers. These actually, the more that I read these from her mom to Carol, it keep up the good work. She's got a happy face. It's actually kind of emotional in that energy because you can just tell that this mom, I have the chills again.
So McDuffie's was a school.
Okay.
It's a college. It was a preparatory school
Okay.
whose mission is to foster in all students the intellectual habits of mind, high ethical something. I done lost that part of it.
She's trying to get her exams over in this.
Tuition right now, 62,000.
God, I wonder what it was in 1970s. So she was away at college. She's got a brother who seems to be working on algebra at this particular time. Mom over here's got book review lunch all the time, and she's making an angel food cake.
How big it is.
This is a huge preparatory school in Massachusetts.
In Massachusetts.
Hope all is fine.
Yes, from Massachusetts.
Yep. So,
holy crap.
You're able to track this. You're able to track that energy of these letters, which is amazing.
The school was founded in 1890 by John and Abby McDuffie. They foster intellectual habits of mind, high ethical standards, and respect for diversity in students for more than 125 years. Wow.
And that's where Carol
this is why we decided to do letters and stuff too, because of the history of it. You know what I'm saying? And the school was there until 1977. Wow. That is crazy.
So her daughter is at school and mom's writing all these letters. All these letters. It's holding all this emotion and this energy, right? That's amazing.
I'm in shock.
But then we also got Lieutenant Harry T. Barrett, USM. He was in the Philippines for this particular one. USS Philippine C. And this goes to the Fleet Post Office in New York. So this was the other set. And this was sent from New Fork, Virginia. These are handwritten letters from, you got a different.
Yeah, I picked up a card and it says, on my husband's birthday, in the midst of a busy day, a thought just struck me hard. I'm getting hot again. A thought struck me hard. I got to give my honey a special birthday card. So I dropped what I was doing and hurried to the store. And here's the wish I got you. And, I couldn't, I didn't know this. I couldn't mean it more. A happy day and a happy year, because you take the cake and I love you, dear. All my love, V. That's cute.
Show him that card. That is amazing. So this is a husband and wife, right? He is obviously USM military.
Yep.
He's a lieutenant.
This is so cute.
The first 3 words on this letter, my darling Hank. So she must have called Harry Hank.
Good grief.
Right? This letter was November 9th, 1949. 1949.
1949.
So he would have been 80. No, my mom is 46, 47, 48, 49. So 77, 69. It's around 80 right now. Okay. It's this thin paper, the most beautiful penmanship, right? Because they used to write in cursive back in the day. At one point, she was a little bit stressed because the $70 you mentioned hadn't arrived yet. So she's been waiting for that to come.
Oh wow! What kind
This
of paper?
I know. It's one-sided.
I love history, y'all. Number one, any kind of history. I'm a history buff. I love history. So to have this is nothing short of epic to me. The paper, the handwriting. Yours is a letter to the husband.
Yeah, my darling Harry.
Okay, mine, which I didn't notice until now, is from the husband to the wife.
Aww.
And he was in the Philippines.
And that's where she sent this, was to the Philippines.
Well, no, USS Philippine Sea. So that's the ship.
So he's out there.
So
Yes.
he's out there, yes. Wow.
Okay, so wait, your date, this is January 4th,
And this is-
1950.
And this is January 3rd, 1950.
So she sent that out the next, so he wrote it and sent it out the next day. And this is November 9th, 1949. And this was November, maybe 30th, I'm assuming 1949. So,
Look, I don't know if that's a
or
zero.
November
but it's a
10th.
P- yeah,
So
November
they
10th.
literally wrote their letters and they sent them out the next day.
But they have the time on there. That says 3 p.m. and this says 7 p.m.
Yeah. So we have letters
Wow.
from a husband to his wife and a wife to her husband.
3 cents for a stamp.
3 cents for a stamp.
This one was 6 cents for a stamp.
I love she signs it, all my love at the bottom. Can hardly wait until I'm can see you again. Good night, darling. I love you so very much. Can hardly wait until I'm snuggled up to you again. Oh my God.
Okay, so she was pregnant.
49, 50. Okay.
So she was so it says Dear V and Kenny. Okay, so I don't know who Kenny is. And maybe that's one of her sons or something. But he's starting to talk about is the new year that he believes that there's a lot of things that's gonna happen for them. But he says still thinking boy or girl yet.
Oh.
I still can't get used to knowing that there will be another tot around the house, cutting teeth, walking, talking, and what is that? Losing?
I'm thinking maybe living.
Loving.
Loving.
And loving. And how about a name that stumps me too?
I mean, it's so personal. The energy in these truly balances out the energy of anything else on this table. Pure unconditional love. Pure energy going in of just can't wait to see you with all my love. And also a little bit on both ends of fear, right? Because you're writing these letters and you hope that individual is coming home.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I wonder if he made it home. Is there a letter out there in there?
Think of all those letters that were in that
Yeah,
box.
like does one of them say that was on their way to him or something like? But he is so gushing over his daughter that they just had a visit with in New York, and he's talking about how tall and pretty she is. Jeez. Wow. I am just.
And they lived in Virginia. Let's check it out. Let's see. Was he okay? Lieutenant Henry Gnry
And yours.
T. Barrett. So picking up things like this can still be trigger objects, right? We can still use these letters as positive trigger objects, especially for the date.
The kid said shit.
Well,
He was saying Can't believe the word that came out of her mouth.
Henry Tate Barrett.
Oh my god!
This is not him.
I am in awe. Like, I really am. And I'm surprised I can read the writing too, by the way.
The writing is so beautiful.
Lizzie, if that isn't a name. You got a whole lot to say. Is this like parchment paper?
Yeah.
So is this what y'all used to write on back then? Yeah.
I know she's not talking to me. Or the oil of Valet has been working real good. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. That's what we were.
Oil of Valet. Let's do a commercial on that.
Oh God, I am so dead. I can't believe this. This is, there is a Tommy in there.
Uh-huh.
His father made Tommy marry Gloria.
Oh my gosh. It's just all your family. It's fine.
Oh my God, because of her pregnancy. They were gossiping back then?
Of course they were. He is a little gossip over here, right?
Oh, he never loved her for 2 or more years.
Well,
if this ain't right up my alley.
We did the whole feel it and see which one calls to us. Apparently, it's the gossip one for you. I am digging it. Mm-hmm.
She loved him, but was treated very badly, and started to play around. Are you kidding me? She was caught, and I was told before, and the divorce is in the making. The sad thing now is that her husband is very desperately in love with her and is trying to block her divorce, etc.
No, he did not.
But she's a what? She and Walter are in love.
This gentleman needed this stuff while he was out there protecting our country, doing his thing, right?
It really is what? Something in Murphy is worried. But I had to laugh like hell on the way home thinking about Eddie giving advice to his brother after his
yes
shiny example of the, in quotes, right way of life.
Well, they were not going the right way of life. That's for sure. We're having affairs. We're doing all sorts of stuff.
Gosh, I picked the right letter. Oh. By the way, the party went on for 2 days. Wow. I went down. Who's I hear talking? I went down to meet
Planet I Slave.
Oh. Well, no, we don't like the word slave up in here.
Well, I'm just you told me to. I just reading it. I don't actually know if I've seen that word on there.
You know what? I'm going to take this to bed with me tonight and read.
Read the whole thing.
Yeah, I am, because he has a lot to say, obviously, and the gossip is good. I mean, he obviously loves to party.
Around erase.
We got back to the ship at about 3:30 a.m. My husband is ex-Navy. He's retired Navy. I heard about them parties.
Is this Harry or Henry?
What do you mean?
The name.
It just says H.T. Bartlett. Oh, let's see. Maybe he signed it.
Yeah, because this looks like Harry, but it could be Henry.
Hank. H-A-N-K.
That's a nickname. Hank T. Junior High, Beaver.
Did you look up the address?
Yep. That's hard to find as well, that address.
am just in awe, like over this, like for real, for real.
We're going to do more research on this part of it. But at the end of the day, you guys, when you go into antique stores, one of the takeaways is absolutely cleanse the items, right? Cleanse your items. Some of these will get cleansed, like our money frogs. I'm going to be putting that into my home and utilizing the benefits of the money frog. I'm going to use the vase, the mirror, right? This beveled mirror with that kind of yellow lead glass. It's a wooden mirror. This has obviously been held so many times in maybe multiple people's lives to use as a trigger object, and we can use it as a scrying mirror as well, right? What on earth is happening?
I don't know. Something's in my eye.
Every time I start to pick up these objects, you start to freak out.
I didn't even see you pick up the object. That's the thing.
We've got two different dolls. One of them, LaShawn was really called towards, which was this one, but she had to take this one home. And this one, literally, when I hold it in my hand, it makes me want to vomit. My throat starts to close up. My hand starts to burn. These are all going to be used in our paranormal investigations as trigger objects. When you go through, to kind of wrap up an antique type of vibe here for this particular show, when you go through any type of antique store, thrift store, garage sale, stuff you find on the side of the road, it carries energy. These letters carry a very personal, deep connection and energy. And so as long as we're honoring these objects and cleansing these objects, we can repurpose these objects, of course. When it comes down to the paranormal side of it, around erase people, that's weird. Every time we pick up this doll or every time this doll is talked about, our ovulus goes crazy with words. Okay.
This is what happened at the thrift store. I mean, at the antique store with
Your
the K2s.
the energy of that doll. So for me, I'm going to be putting them in a sealed container. That sealed container on the outside is going to hold different symbols in order to keep that energy in the container. And then we will take them with us from place to place. I will not necessarily have all these items just laying around the inside of my home, because the point of what we do is to continue to gather evidence, to have items that we can use as trigger objects and allow ourselves that space in order for us to be able to connect with those on the other side. Also doing the history and the research and kind of giving that credit to those people in these letters, Carol and Hank and, V or Vi and Kenny, like, it tells their story, and to honor that is also something that you definitely want to do when you're working with any type of spirit activity, is to honor those folks and to kind of thank them for these messages and to be able to just take a little piece of history in their lives and maybe take a little bit out of it and put it back into our lives. I think it makes a huge difference.
I love it. I have nothing.
She has
I
nothing.
literally
It's a feel good moment.
It really this is real. The letters really do it for me, and the card really does it for me. Them over there, the party of two.
Keep your frog and your.
Yeah, I don't know about this one either. I mean, I don't feel anything bad from it at all. I just don't know.
You know what's missing?
What?
And maybe it fell out in my car. I'm going to have to look. The Jerusalem wood vase.
Why would that fall out of all objects?
That's a really good question. So I also have a wooden
Is it?
hand-carved Jerusalem wood vase. No, it's not in this bag. It's had to have come out in my car or in the rollaway of our paranormal equipment I have in my car.
Okay, can you open the door from here? And I'll run and get it.
Well, that's all right. We can show it next time.
Okay.
There's a reason why it's obviously not here right now.
Huh.
But on there was priest and preacher, which is also interesting.
Yeah, what does that mean? Do
I
we
don't
need
know.
to get a priest and preacher over here?
No, she's going to I'm take it all out. She's going to cleanse. But that's the other side of it as well.
Just saying.
You're going to do a cleanse after all these things leave.
Yes. We're going to do a cleanse while you're here. We're going to cleanse the shit out of this shit.
Cleanse the shit out of her house.
All of it. All of it.
Just the whole thing.
Yes.
Mhm.
My house is in minus the portal, but the portal is not bad either.
House is in.
Yeah.
Portal is in.
You know,
But no,
this was interesting.
this was a cool continuation of last week's show. Now stay tuned for next week where we are going to draw out a topic. We're going to talk about that topic, which will be really cool. And it's just literally us shooting from the hip, straight talk. Is that what
Like that, yeah, two girlfriends chatting it up.
Talking about
the paranormal. I'm excited because we have some amazing things on the calendar, amazing investigations to go on.
Mm-hmm.
When are we going to talk about our investigation over the weekend?
We can do that.
Or do we wait until we
Do the second round
Yeah.
of investigating? I think so.
Okay. So we got, anyway, bottom line is we have several investigations that we are ready to go on. We are teaming up with another team to be able to go some other places that, quite frankly, we were told is a little bit on the dangerous side. I'm excited about that aspect of it.
She likes a little wild danger,
do.
but not haunted dolls.
Sorry, but yeah. So we have a lot of investigations coming up and so forth. Please, you guys, go to our Facebook page, which is Paranormal Road-Trip on Facebook. We have a lot of stuff over there. We have a lot that's on there now because we shared it from our group page, but we just changed it over today. So most of that stuff I was able to bring over, but obviously the comments not there. So please feel free to go in and answer some of those questions and memes and things like that on the group page. People were very active with that. You guys love that craziness.
You really do.
Yeah, you know, I mean, you didn't answer which ghost would you be? Would you be a vindictive ghost? Would you be a mischievous ghost?
Right.
Like, what
no,
would you
not
be?
vindictive. I'm not evil.
But does vindictive mean evil?
No, but it's not good. Like I wouldn't want to be. I don't want to be that to a person in real life, right?
Right.
I could see kind of like fucking around with people. The mischievous part of it.
one?
Yeah. I'm not going to be just the observer because we all know that I can't just observe. I've got to be in the middle of something somewhere. So, wings, interest. It's still talking.
I'm in shock.
Still talking.
I'm in
Mischievous ghosts. That's going to be me.
Yeah, I would be the mischievous one.
I'm going to be the one opening up cabinet doors to just freak my kids out because they know our gifts. So that'll be fun.
Yeah, well, I think Missy said she would, it depending on who it would be, which I thought was very interesting because I'm like, yeah, that part right there. Who it would be, that she might be the vindictive one, you know, poke you in the butt or something, whatever. I think that's interesting.
Stirring up trouble.
But that's mischievous too.
Yeah. That's true.
You know,
yeah.
So I guess it's just how you view it. But go over there, play with some of the memes. Maybe some of the people that did it that was in the group will do it over here too. Please feel free to reach out to us if you are in need of a paranormal investigation of your workspace, of your home, something like that.
Just did an office.
Yeah, we just did. Well, it was a community.
It was
the whole rec center and everything. Yeah.
We'll be back next 2 weeks, 3 weeks from now.
It was stunning. It really was, but it was very active when we were there. We did live. We went live there, but there were things that happened in one room that we weren't in that we can see from the video camera. So that was interesting as well. So, but we have cameras. We had cameras everywhere. So hopefully we'll be able to get those reviewed and put on to the thingamajig. What else we got?
Those will be ones that we'll have pre-done so that we can add the videos in while we're talking.
Yep. I think that's everything.
That's it for now, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We will be back again next week, the week after, the week after. You just can't get rid of us. So you might as well like, subscribe, and let all your friends know that this is the paranormal group that you want to be following right now. So thank you guys so much for joining us. We look forward to seeing you next week. And have a very, very lovely end of your week.
Peace out. Ouch. I keep sticking to the damn chair.
Sticking to